Good morning. Welcome. Good morning,
How
Stephanie.
are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm going to show you a clip of a video and I just want you to watch it and then we can talk about it afterwards.
Okay. We want to serve thee, O Lord, guide us as we
How does it make you feel to watch that?
Wow, nostalgia, tears in my eyes. I remember the very first time we had it, and that was in 1988 when we composed the prayer with Mr. Sawanyana, a teacher all the way from Uganda, and his colleague, teacher Gladys. 40 years, we're still singing it, and the words are so powerful. That should be the way we should go.
So what does Mountain View reaching its 40th anniversary mean to you?
It's an amazing, amazing time. I feel so humbled for what God has done for us. Your grandfather always used to say, I want to build a school for my granddaughters, from my daughters over there. It's a dream come true. So of course that made me know that if you have dreams, it can actually come to a realization. And I love the way that we were all coiled into the dream, and we have walked with the dream, and we have grown to 40 years.
What would you say inspires you about Mountain View?
In 1991, I had the privilege to go to work in England in a school. And during my stay there, I did visit many schools. And schools there are 100 years old. And I thought, okay, yes, we do have schools which are 100 years old, but are they carrying on the legacy in our country? Something can be 100 years old, but is it carrying the values on? Is it passing values from one generation to another? And I think my dream is that any child who goes through Mountain View School, first of all, goes through an experience. It's an experience to be here. We teach them about God. We teach them about being self-disciplined. And we teach them to love themselves, love their families, and then love their society, and at large love their country. So I think that's a great inspiration. Even when I see the 3-year-olds, when they're coming in, and I no longer connect with them per se, I still want the teachers to give them the very best. So they can be the best citizens, not only for Kenya, but I think for the world.
If Guka and Shosho were alive today, what would you tell them?
That I really appreciate the way they brought us up. I'd like to tell them, thank you very much for the sacrifices they made. So we went to some of the best schools that were there in those days.
Is there a core memory over the last 40 years that has stuck with you that you can share with us?
I think we were celebrating 20 years. Mom was very much alive. Dad had passed on. And we were on stage with my siblings, mom's grandchildren, whoever were available. We were not a big school at that time, so we used to have mass in the tents. I even remember the place where we were. It was very moving. The parents were very gracious.
If you could visit any place in the world, where would it be and why?
I would still want to be in Kenya. I think it's a beautiful country. I would wish the very best for this country. I love visiting places, but this I think is where I belong.
Who do you look up to and why?
I look up so much to my mother, even up till today. You will not believe it. When I have an issue and I remember her, somehow a solution still comes through. I have a wonderful friend, Betty Kimani of Marion School, who I can call at any time and she will listen to me.
What values are fundamental to you and why?
I think it's so important for all of us to grow knowing that there's a true living God. Once you know there's a true living God, then the values fall into place. I want children to grow up to be disciplined, more so for themselves, not for the society, not for their teachers, to have values of trust, to have values of kindness, to have values of compassion. These are some of the things which have been eroded in our society.
Would you say that these are some of the values that Nguka and Shosho also believed in and form part of our legacy as Mountain View?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Both my parents educated very many children, even some of them who they never knew. If my mother ever heard there was a child who was lacking school fees, she would gladly give, even if it was her last shilling. My dad educated many, many, even parking boys, who are great people today.
Would you be able to give us just a little bit of a background about how Nguka and Shosho grew up and why it is that, based on their former life, they were able to build something so successful?
Let me start with my mother, your grandmother. Came from a very poor background, but she had great dreams. They would pick coffee with her siblings, and the few shillings they would get, she would make sure she bought sugar for my grandmother, then they would get unga, and they were very happy that they were going to have a meal. And she used to say she dreams that one day she'll have a big house. She wanted an upstairs house, and she'll be saying, cook, 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 I need this. And she lived it, she lived it. And I believe she lived it because that was the driving force, that's what she wanted to be. And she went to a very good high school, all the way from Kiambu to Moranga. She went on the train all alone. I think that was daring in those days. Dad, your grandfather, he was, I think, the fifth born in their family. He left Ngenda. He went to an uncle who was a Catholic. From there, he made sure that he got the Catholic education through Catholic schools, went to Uganda also to get his diploma, and became an education officer. The school started 1 year before he retired. At those days, they used to retire when they were 55. So the school started when he was 54. They both retired, my mom from Central Bank, dad from Nairobi City Council Education Department. And I think they put their dreams together, they put their thoughts together and shared whatever they really wanted in their lives. So it's never too late.
It's never too late.
Never too late. Yeah, hence here we are.
What do you wish you had more time to do?
I wish I had more time and energy to still be within the school on a daily basis. But at my age, of course, I'm thinking more of taking care of myself so I can stretch myself. But we're doing well, yes. I do miss the assemblies. I do miss meeting the children in the corridors. Yes, I do it once in a while. But yes, I wish I had more time to do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would want to take this opportunity to really thank my siblings just for allowing me to be the driver and indulging me, even my sisters, my nephews, my nieces, all of you. I love you all so much and thank you. Looking forward to another 40 years.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.